Macy Gray says gender reassignment does not make you a real woman. Let's talk about it. What up, world? It's your boy Challz Brown back again with another Talking Facts. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell. All right, boy, girl, he, she, her. We're going to get into this because the simple fact of the matter is Macy Gray has come out with an official stance, and I want to talk about it. I'm going to read from this article on Vlad TV, and then we're going to get into it. Recently, Grammy Award winner Macy Gray sat down with Piers Morgan for his Uncensored show and spoke about her views on transgender women who identify as real women. Since delivering her thoughts, the singer has been facing backlash. Gray and Morgan's discussion started with the two addressing trans women participating in cis sports, and the singer also talked about the confusion surrounding pronouns like he, she, and they. The singer went on to express her views of what a woman is, saying, "I will say this, and everybody's going to hate me, but as a woman, just because you go change your parts doesn't make you a woman. Sorry." From there, Macy said, "If you want me to call you a her, I will because that's what you want, but that doesn't make you a woman just because I call you a her and just because you got a surgery." She then went on to say a person should be labeled transphobic. They wrote that wrong. She then went on to say a person should not be labeled transphobic just because you don't agree. And I agree. I'm going to tell you why I agree with her, because there's so many layers to this. First of all, a man shouldn't be jumping into a sport with a bunch of women, natural women. You were a man your entire life. You're 33 and you're jumping in a pool with women, or you're 24, whatever it was. You were terrible against men, and now you're breaking all kind of records against the women. You're not a woman. I'll be the first to tell you that. You're not a woman. So let me just say, just because she's right, just because you went and had surgery, it does not make you a woman all of a sudden, and now you have all the issues that come along with being a woman. Women had a lot of stuff they had to go through to be women, and you had a lot of stuff to go through because of what you were going through, but that didn't mean you were going through it as a woman. So she's 100% right. Just because you had your body parts change, and I know everybody wants to, they're scared. They don't want to get canceled. They don't want to get told we're shutting you down because you said this, that, or the third, and they don't want you to be, they don't want to be attacked and bullied online by a lot of these people who are so caught up in emotion, and they're standing up for what, rightfully so, for what they believe in. As everyone should stand up for what they believe in. But it's to the point you can't believe in nothing but what they say you can believe in. Or you got swarms, thousands swarming on you, calling you everything in the book, trying to take your whole life away from you. And some of this stuff is just facts, bro. A little girl's going through stuff from day one. Day one, they're dealing with things as little girls, with their body parts, with their mental state, a lot of stuff as little girls, not as confused boys who want to figure out what it is, but they're a boy until they figure it out. These are girls that don't have no outlet from being a girl, right? And it's a whole spectrum of things that they're going to be dealing with, right? It's a lot of things little girls going to be dealing with that you can't just become that. I can't just become a little girl tomorrow or a woman tomorrow. It's just a fact. So if you go on Macy Gray's page and you start typing in her comments and you start calling her out of her name, you're the problem. I'm just going to keep it a buck with you, because the simple fact, just because thousands of people want to change what biology is, it doesn't mean it's changed, right? It means you want it to be looked at differently. How about just say that then? Say, let's keep it, some of this stuff to me is going too far. It is what it is. It's just going too far. Now it's to the point, I was reading on Twitter today, now they're calling women menstruators and birthers. You can't just be a woman no more because it has to have so many different layers to fit all these people under the banner of woman, right? And Bette Midler got into a lot of trouble for saying, don't let them erase us, right? As women, because a lot of people are going to have issue with that, right? And I understand your issue if you're trying to fit in and be normalized. But you can't normalize yourself and erase someone else. Some people are happy just being a woman. They don't want to be a menstruator. They don't want to be a birther, right? They don't want to be all these new language. It's like everything has to be renamed, reclassified, rejustified. And then if you don't fall in line with it, you're a transphobe, right? They're making up new titles every single day. There's a new title every single day for something. And the very minute you don't get in line with it, you're a transphobe and you're this and you're that, right? And you need to be stopped and they need to pull the plug on you. It is insane. There is no freedom of speech anymore. There is no alternative opinion. There is no dueling swords. It's one sword and they swing it every single time someone says something, and God forbid it's not in their favor, right? My situation is this. We are all getting to a breaking point where we are bending a lot, right? And rightfully so, people are demanding that they are heard and seen. And it's a lot of people that would not have seen you before that are seeing you and respecting what you're saying. But when you start trying to take away what they are already and make it into these big, broad, all of these different things that you want it to be called, and you want to change it. Now I'm cis. I'm cisgender and all that. Okay, right? A lot of stuff we got to eat. But at some point, the pushing is going to get pushed back. And once you start telling people who are proud of their boobs and their vagina, and they don't have an issue, they don't want to be something else. They don't want to be reclassified and changed and retitled and repackaged. They don't want that. You're going to get these people, they're going to start to not give you the same respect that they were giving you last year. It's going to start to be like, wait a minute. We're not bending anymore. Right? Because it's like every time you look up, it's another inch. Every time something is accepted, it's another one coming. It's another and another and another. And they all seem to want to, in my opinion, right? And I could be the first thing from the truth, but it's diminishing the original thing that it was before. Right? Once you start renaming all this stuff and you start making it where you got to give all these different layers to what a woman is. It's like 50 of them now. A woman that can actually produce milk versus one who can't. And it's all this stuff, which is whatever, right? This is scientific stuff. This stuff should be in laboratories, not in everyday polite conversation. I shouldn't have to know all these different things. Well, do you actually bleed? Or you don't bleed. Like, it's like, how far we need to go with this, right? It is getting a little bit crazy. And Macy Gray clearly is not an enemy of transgenders. She clearly is not, right? This lady didn't say anything to hurt you. But I'll guarantee you that the mob has already formed on this woman. Without the context, the context does not matter. It's the headline. Let me read the headline to you again. Macy Gray says, gender reassignment does not make you a real woman. That's all they needed to hear. They ain't going to watch the clip. They're not going to hear the context. It doesn't matter. Now she's a transphobe and we're going after her and we're going to get her off of Twitter and everything else because it doesn't matter. We're the mob now. We're the mob, and we take control of everything that we want to, and we are going to get you out of here, right? And the simple fact of the matter is, I don't even think it's that many people, right? In real society, what I'm talking about is a lot of people don't even, on a daily basis, don't even put thought into attacking people, right? For the most part, I go a lot of places. I do a lot of travel. I don't see a lot of people ganging on people and attacking and down talking to people for any reason, let alone for being gay or straight. I've been in many countries, in many places, many states, many cities. I don't see a lot of people being attacked and things like that. Yes, it happens. It happens. Don't get it misconstrued. But for the most part, people are allowed to be who they are at this point. So the gang mentality that it has become is almost unwarranted in the real world. Online, it's a freaking wild, wild west. Yes, you're going to find the worst of the worst. Have at it, right? But someone as innocent as Macy Gray, who really didn't say nothing bad to anyone, you have your opinion and she has hers. It doesn't make you right and it doesn't make her wrong. But it's like opinion is all of a sudden under attack. You can't have an opinion because they're throwing these words around on you. Even if it's race, you can't have an opinion on it, or they're throwing you're racist. This and like it's everything is all in or all out with this culture that we got right now. And in my opinion, I believe we're headed for a collapse of major proportions. And it ain't gonna matter what your gender is. When this thing collapses all around us, it ain't gonna matter. None of it's gonna matter. This has so many moving parts to this that you cannot discuss this in one video. You cannot discuss this in one tweet. You cannot discuss this in one clip. But what I can say is the simple fact of the matter is she's right. Just because you change your body parts in a reassignment surgery, it does not mean you're all of a sudden a full-on real woman. I'm sorry to say. And if that was the case, we wouldn't have no reason for the word trans. It wouldn't even exist. There is no word transgender without you not being a full woman yet. It's just a fact. If you can just change your body parts and now you're a woman, we wouldn't need a word to describe it. You would just be a woman. It's just a fact. So if we need another word to describe it, if you have LGBTQ, if that letter means something, then that means it doesn't mean woman, right? I'm just keeping it a buck with you. So what you have to understand is some people are going to look at it differently. And in my opinion, you have to accept other people's ideology as well as yours. It can't be this mob mentality. We can't go canceling everybody that doesn't look at it the same way. They can have their opinion and still treat you with respect in the store. Right? They can have their opinion and still hold the door for you and smile at you and say hi. It's like your life is not ending because someone feels you're a trans person and not a full woman. It doesn't mean that they hate you. All right? That's all I want to say. It is what it is. Get in the comments. Let me know what you think. My name is Chuckwick, a.k.a. Challz Brown. Catch you on the flip side. Hit the like button and subscribe. Let me know what you think. I really want to know. Peace.
CLB.